So is there a difference between a commitment and a goal? I mean, it's kind of been the question been floating around our office recently, right?
Yeah, so we've been working on higher level accountability, right, in our business, mostly with ourselves, right?
Yes.
And so something I've observed is that oftentimes the word commitment gets interchanged with the word goal. And I think that has a lot to do with, like, we all have our own definitions of what words mean, right? Mm-hmm. Words only mean what we think they mean, what we make them mean. That's all that the words are. So in my opinion, yeah, there's a huge difference between a commitment and a goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, to me, like, a goal is like, I'd like to get that. I'd hope to get that. That's what I'm going after. That's what I hope to attain one day, whether that is a long-term or short-term goal.
Yeah.
To me, that's a goal.
Yeah, I think you nailed it at the beginning when you talked about everybody has different definitions, right? So you get to choose yours. Maybe you don't buy into ours, but I think Kevin and I have pretty aligned definitions on commitments and goals. And I think a commitment to you and I is like, it's sort of that we have a belief and understanding, like, my word is my bond. So I said, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it. We also learned through some personal development and some other mentors in our life that, like, if you're unable to meet your commitment, you always renegotiate prior to the commitment deadline, right? So it's a way to sort of stay true to that, your word is your bond, right? And so that's really our thing, right? Now, a goal would be like, well, Kevin, I'm really hoping this week to go out and recruit X number of people to our brokerage, or bring X number of people. Like it's more of this, this is a desire I have, this is a goal, this is something that I would like to happen, versus a commitment is a little bit more of a drilled down, like, I'm going to make sure this stuff happens. And this is not to say that you and I don't miss on our commitments from time to time, but there's a higher level or a deeper level to a commitment versus a goal.
I think every human does. And one of the things I was explaining to my small group members was, okay, I look at it this way. So, like, a goal might be to close more homes, right? Maybe it's to close a certain number of transactions this year, recruit a certain number of people to the team or to the brokerage, whatever that looks like.
Yep.
But my commitment within that goal is, like, what am I going to do between now and in this case, we're talking about 1 week commitments, right? We're talking about 7 days.
Yep.
So over the course of the next 7 days, what am I committed to doing, actions to hopefully that will line up with me hitting my longer term goal, right?
Right.
And so to me, there's a big difference. I think a lot of it also goes back to, I think of my first mentor. He was one of your mentors, Brian Clemmer, and then another one of our mentors who we luckily get to spend a lot of time around, Ronnie Doss, who talks a lot about commitment, right? And what is our deepest commitment, or our intention is our deepest commitment, which is, it's like what we actually did. And so when I think about, hey, I'm going to commit to doing X, maybe it's making 10 calls to past clients, right? It means I'm making 10 phone calls to past clients no matter what it looks like.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, my goal for the year might be 20 more closings from past clients, referrals from past clients.
Yes.
And the way I get there is by committing to 10 phone calls a week to past clients, right?
Yeah, I don't know if everybody would buy into this definition, and maybe even as I say it, I'll poke holes in my own definition. But I think when I look at commitment, I sort of look at it as, what can I influence? Like, goals are sometimes things that, like, I can take certain activities, like you mentioned, like I can make a certain number of calls, but I always can't influence the outcome of everything, but I can influence my activities. And so that's personally how I look at commitments a lot of time, is like, I'm going to set something that I have the direct ability to influence the outcome to that thing, right? Where a goal might be sort of the result that comes out of the thing that I influenced or the activity that I did. That's my mindset anyway, I think, a lot of the times when I'm making a commitment.
It's like, to go back to that example I used, luckily, usually the result of, I don't know, hundreds of phone calls to past clients is referrals, right?
Yeah.
It is more referrals, or it could be more recruits to your team, or whatever it looks like. But you can't actually really impact that. The one thing you can impact is your commitment to make those 10 phone calls in the next week. That's what you can impact. That's what you can guarantee. You can't guarantee any results.
Right. In closing, I'll say floating around social media right now is this idea of, like, this 75-day challenge. And for the record, 75 hard. For the record, I'm not committing to that, just so we're really clear.
Oh, no, hell no.
But I know a lot of my friends that are doing it right now, and they're people that want to lose weight, or they want to be in better shape, or whatever else. That's the goal. That's the outcome they hope to achieve by doing certain things, right? They have committed to the 75-day hard, which has some clear rules and guidelines, if you will, around what the commitment looks like, and the end result or the goal of that might become that they're in better shape, they look better, etc. So to my friend Curtis Johnson, who's no longer drinking Diet Coke, best of luck to you during your 75-day hard. But I think it's sort of I just think it sort of emphasizes that point, right? Is that, like, there's certain things that you can control and you can't, but a commitment is something you absolutely have the ability to take action on.
Absolutely. It's you impact it.
Yeah, and you don't hope that you get it done. You have the direct
You're
ability.
the deciding factor.
You're the deciding factor in if it can or can't get done.
Yep.
So anyway, go out there and set some goals or make some commitments or totally tell us we're wrong. We don't really care, but have a great day. Hope you learned something.
Talk to you next week.